Hello everyone and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution with me, Ninjas96. As you may or may not know, next week Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution releases to a European market. I did a cheaty, I bought it in the Japanese market, but it gets physical release in Europe, which I'm a bit annoyed about, because I kind of want the physical release as well, and also digitally worldwide as well. So, I know there's people who haven't necessarily played much Yu-Gi-Oh! Who might be interested in playing Legacy of the Duelist. So what I thought I would do is do a quick walkthrough tutorial, and I'm actually going to use my Ninjas JP account, which I've just thought, is that going to make it all Japanese? No, that's marvellous. So I've not done anything on this account yet, which I thought would be a perfect opportunity to show you the sort of how you start off the game and the best things to do. So, first things first. You don't have access to the card shop yet because you haven't unlocked any booster packs. You do have access to all 6 campaigns. Now, the booster packs you unlock, I can't remember exactly where, but I think the first one is here, which is Grandpa Moto, which isn't a very good set. All right, let's just say that outright. And the first good pack you unlock might be Joey down here? No. Bakura, it'll be here. So it's a little bit of a way to go to unlock the first pack. GX, kind of a similar story. So, my recommendation is you go straight to Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Now, there's 2 reasons for this. It has a complete set of all of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains archetypes, so you can pick from anything in that era, because there's, as you can see, there's only 3 things. There's only 1 booster pack you can unlock, and that booster pack has everything. Every card the characters play in the anime, every archetype that is based on Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains Link summoning, and also you unlock the pack really quickly. All of the key cards in the set are splashable. That means that you can use them in different decks. It has all your Link summoning staples, basically. And for those who do not know, Link summoning is now integral to the game. Not necessarily to this game when you're playing against AIs, but the meta game you cannot play without Link summoning, for the most part. So it's got, the pack itself has all the staples, such as Sayuja Skuldred, Deco Talker, Borreloads, the Boral Dragons, Topologic Dragons, all of the cards that you would need to use to learn how to Link summon are in this set, and the cards you need to break Link summoning and pull off mental combos, as you may have seen in videos I've already done. So what we're going to do, we're just going to play the tutorial, and when we're playing through for this early segment of the game, we're not going to, I don't really want to do it as a tutorial. Oh, it's going to make me. Is it? Yes. Okay, well, I'm just going to skip through the tutorial. Every single duel you do here, I strongly recommend you do it using Yusaku's deck. Select card trooper. Okay. I strongly recommend you use the default deck. Not the default deck. The what's the word I'm looking for? The story deck. So Yusaku's deck. That's because it's designed to be able to match up against the opponents, whereas your starter deck isn't basically. And then from there, once you've defeated your opponents and unlocked your first pack, then the game really opens up, because you can pick the deck you want to play. And oh, please hurry up. And I don't want to exit. I want to just get through it, please. If you're not if you have absolutely no interest in, oh yeah, shut up. If you have no interest in the Link summoning mechanic or any of that jazz, then your next best bet, in my opinion, is Arc 5. You can unlock Gong's pack really early. He's the first pack you unlock. What did you select your graveyard? Activate effect. Blood Bolt. Gong's pack is the first one you unlock, and that has some pretty decent archetypes. And Kathy is the first pack you unlock in Zexal, which is also pretty good. They have lots of self-contained decks. There are a couple of decks in the game that you kind of need to buy lots of cards from different packs to be able to play well. Whereas these three, Yusaku, Gong, and Kathy, are, in my opinion, the recommended ones to build your first deck. What do you want me to... Protron. What was that one? That one. Yes, please hurry up. Right, Link Spider. Am I going to be able to OTK? Because if not, then I've wasted my life. Use Link Spider, please. Galaxy Serpent. And this duel, for the record, is slower than normal because it's a tutorial. What do you want me to do? Decode. One. Glow up bulb. I guess that does make some sense. Decode Talker. And you get a snazzy little animation, which you can't turn off, which is upsetting when you play like a Dark Magician. I think I've already said this. When you play a Dark Magician deck, it's really annoying because every time you summon a Dark Magician, which you do a lot in a Dark Magician deck, it does the same animation. You want to synchro summon now? Okay. I've lost my script. Where's my script? Okay. You can also summon Proxy Dragon. Why would I want to make Proxy Dragon? What? No. Oh. What? That's stupid. This is a stupid tutorial. Should have just been allowed to play. You can play. All 5 campaigns have a tutorial. You can play the rest of the tutorials as just normal duels. I can't believe I had this many summons in my hand, and I can't even OTK. What do you want me to encode Talker? Do I want? Let's just do it. Proxy Dragon, yes, and Link Infra Flyer. Feels like a wasted positioning, but never mind. Do it again. Do it all over again. Bring back Proxy Dragon. And you want some Gaia. I love Gaia Saber. He's a really cool guy. I think he might be the first Link monster I got out of a booster pack. He's just cool. Okay, with everything you've learned so far, now would be a good time to go on the offensive. Switch to battle phase. Okay, let's phase your battling. Kill Kraken Dragon. He is one Kraken Dragon. Oh. I'm quite lucky this isn't all in Japanese. We're almost there, let's finish him off. Yes, Call of the Haunted, bring back Scrap Archfiend. Okay, I do forgive you a little bit. We could have OTK'd a lot easier, but at least we can. Hooray, I won! Yay, right, so we've just unlocked Yusaku's booster pack. There. So if I buy a couple of these, you'll sort of see the kind of cards you'll get. So this is a good example of an archetype pack. This shows you some of the archetypes you can lose. Mech Knights. Mech Knights are very good. Crusadia, they are my favourite new deck in this game. I learnt Crusadias through this deck. Tindangles, they are very good. Some generic Cybursts. Lots of Crusadia. World Legacy. I'm sort of hoping to get some Link monsters. Vendreads. These here generic dragon cards, they're very good. Cyburst cards, they're very good and very generic. The crawlers, they're good fun. Nightmare Corruptor Italy. I don't think I've got that in the main game yet. Lincoln for Flyer. Salamangrate. They're not very good in this game because they've not got all of their stuff yet. Orcust. Ah, here we go. Nightmare Griffin. This is a good example. This Link monster, you can put it in any deck. Any deck you build can have this card in it. Now, there are better Link monsters out there, but this is the example that I've got. This card can go in any deck you build. If you build a deck out of Yusaku's pack, by the time you've built that deck, you will have enough cards to splash in any other deck you build. So that's why I strongly recommend you start with Yusaku. Now what I'm actually going to do is switch back to other me, so I could talk through some of the other packs. Actually no, hang on. Let's go to my deck. So yeah, this is the deck I built through exclusively buying Yusaku's packs, and you've actually seen me use this deck and talk about it, so I'm not going to go over it in very much detail here. I don't even think there's any cards that I didn't get through Yusaku's pack. Possibly Monster Reborn, Double Summon, Dark Hole, but they're not important to the actual deck functioning. So yeah, if you want a deck recipe that you can work towards, here it is. It's not an amazing deck by any stretch of the imagination, but it's by far good enough to beat all the AIs, and it's a good way of teaching you the link summoning combos, the way you can co-link all your monsters together with Power Code Talker, or Power Code does it, and where is he? The grey one. Ooh, no, cat, no. This guy. No, not this guy. That guy. Transcode Talker. He talks about co-linking. You've got the Topologics, which can blow the board. Yugioh, which influences a lot of your combo plays. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. And again, all of these cards, except the Code Talkers, can go in any extra deck you play. Particularly for older decks that don't really need the extra deck, just copy paste this lineup in. It'll be absolutely fine. So that was my first deck. It didn't look like this when I first made it. But then what I did was, once I built my first deck, I carried on buying Yusaku packs until I basically completed the set. Now this was partly because there was this particular card that I really wanted, so I just kept buying packs until I got it. Which unfortunately there isn't a way of buying singles, so for this I just have to keep buying packs until I unlock the last 30 cards. Not super helpful. Which is why I've stopped and moved on to buying other packs. But yeah, you can complete the set in not an outrageous amount of time, and through buying just one set, you unlock 5 or 10 different archetypes. You saw there, Crusadia, Altergeist, Trickstar, Gookie, 5 or 6 different variants of Cyburst, Salamangrate, Rocket, maybe not Rocket, oh no, Rocket is in there, the Dark Dragons, all of the World Legacy, so World Chalice, Mech Knight, not Invoked, what's the next one, Crawlers, all, like, I would say 15-20 different archetypes. Decks that you can build just by playing the Plano pack. So you build your Cyburst deck, you get bored. By that point, you should, realistically, have enough cards in your deck, in your trunk, to build another one without having to buy any extra packs. And then, when you buy another Yusaku pack, you can upgrade both of your decks at the same time. That is why you do not buy packs from multiple different places at once. If, for example, I were to buy one pack of each of these 5, I would get maybe 1 or 2 cards from about 40-50 different decks. And that wouldn't help me at all, because then I wouldn't be able to build a deck for a long time. A long time. Now, making money. I have 2,000 triangles here, which is enough to buy 5 packs. Okay. You make money by winning matches or losing matches. That's important. So it's up to you. Either you make money just by playing through the campaign. That's what I did. I just played through all 5 campaigns using my own decks. Occasionally I used story decks. If, for example, Blackwings, I didn't have the Blackwings, so I thought, oh, I'll play with them. But generally, I just stomped over it using my Crusadia deck or my Cybers deck or whatever. Or, now, this is a bit cheaty, so don't at me. I'm going to go into a random campaign. Zexal, we're going to fight against Vectrix. Skip the story. Doesn't even matter what deck I use. You can just surrender. If you surrender, you get 4 to 900 thing. You almost guaranteed to be able to buy a booster pack for every time you surrender. So if I just keep surrendering, I will earn money at a ridiculous pace. It's not fun. It's not an engaging way to play the game. But if you're in the, see, 923, that's 2 booster packs right there. Whereas if I win, I'll get about 1,000, maybe 1,200 points. Which is more, but it takes a lot longer. So, surrendering is okay. Okay? It's a bit cheaty. But if you're in the position where you think, oh, I just want to play Dark Magicians. I don't care about anything else. I will not play this game until I can build my Dark Magician deck. You can just keep surrendering. There we go, I've just doubled my money in 2 duels. And you can just come here and buy some Dark Magician, buy some Yugi packs. And it doesn't even matter. I'm really hoping I get the Dark Magician card I've been looking for now. That would be amazing luck. Some cards are short printed, which is annoying. But because money is not that difficult to come by, it's less annoying. Like Duel Links, money is a bit tighter in Duel Links, so you have to be a bit careful. Now, there is another mode you can play. You can play Battle Pack, which is, I have this penciled in for an episode at some point, which is why I've not spent that 2,000. It costs a lot to start with, but you do get lots of staples out of it. You get some cards that are just good in lots of different strategies, some cards that are only good in Battle Pack draft play. Basically, in draft play, you pay $2,000 and you get given a deck, or you build your own deck using draft packs. Which is okay. It's a very expensive thing to do at the start of the game, so I would suggest you only do this for fun. You don't do it to try and generate income or anything. You play 5 matches with your deck, and depending on how many you win, you get a certain amount of BP back. Not great. So yeah, in my game, let's go to my deck editor. By slot, yeah. In my game, I started with the Cybers Link. Oh, cat. My slot, please. There you go. I started with the Cybers Link deck. That was my first actual deck that I built. Then I put together this because I had bits and pieces of both Crusadia and Mech Knights, and I thought I'll try and mash them together, and this actually worked really well. This deck, I'm almost tempted to build it in real life so that I can play around with it. But I don't think it would work in the current meta. It's too combo heavy. And then I went up to Altergeist, which is the deck, my favourite deck, for the record. Oh, this is now at 1. That might even be at 2 as well. Oh well. Yeah, this was the deck that I was looking for, and Multifaker is the card that I was digging through Yusaku's pack for. And this deck is also really good. It's super annoying. I can't remember if I've showed you or not, but it's a really good, fun deck to play, but not a fun deck to play against. And it requires lots of generic trap cards. So So yeah, that's cool. Anyway, so after that, I started buying Kyber packs to try and build Blue Eyes. I built a really crappy version of Blue Eyes, and ooh, nice. Now what can I take out? Upstart Goblin and you're not actually that good. Okay, so I tried to build Blue Eyes, and I actually worked out that I got the Fairy Tale deck from the same pack first. So I thought I'll stick together a Fairy Tale deck to play. This works better than my Blue Eyes deck, realistically. So that's my recommendation. You just use an online tool. Once you've got your basic Cyburst deck, or whatever deck it is you've chosen to start with, just play through the campaign. When you unlock a character, look at their booster pack online and think, oh, Akiza, she's got Light Swans in her pack. I like Light Swans. I'm going to buy Akiza's pack until I can build Light Swans. And then you see what other cards she has, and then you think, oh, I'm going to build the Aromage deck, and while I'm playing with that and testing that out, I will earn enough money to then start buying Sharks packs and get a bunch of water monsters, and then build a water deck, and then find out, oh, Sharks also got Mermails, so I can build a Mermail deck, and so on, and so on. That's what I really enjoy about this game, is that you try and build one deck, that gets you access to 5, you can build those 5, and by the time you've built and tested and played and enjoyed those 5 decks, you've got enough money to then go and find 5 more decks from another pack. So as you can see, generally the top number is individual cards, the bottom number is playsets. So if I got 942 out of 942, I've completed that set. I never have a reason to buy that set again. But yeah, even now, I either buy lots of a pack or none at all. I very rarely just dabble and buy a couple. And most importantly, have fun and play some Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't even want to build a deck, if you like, whatever, I ain't building my own deck, that's for nerds. Play through the campaign as all the story duelists. You can then play through it as the reverse. That's 1, 2, that's, can't be bothered to count. But that's hundreds and hundreds of unique decks that you can play without even having to worry about deck building. If you're someone who only watched the original series and maybe some of GX, that's also kind of fine. There's more than enough game here to justify it, even if you don't even care about building your own deck. That's mad. So, thank you everyone for watching. I've been Ninjas96. I hope you do buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that some of the advice I've given you today helps you build your own deck, and hopefully we'll be able to duel real soon. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.